Hey, good morning, traders. How we doing? What's going on? Watching price come off the top. Uh, Interesting stuff, huh? Interesting times. Just when you think it's gonna keep on going up into here, something happens. Did anything happen yesterday? Any news? Anything newsworthy? Yesterday was Tuesday. Tuesday. What's going on here? Oh, come on. So today we've got a couple minutes. Unemployment claims are coming out in about a half an hour. And we have some meetings, Fed meetings today. It's not too big, but it's not big. It'll be interesting. I think this transition from the president is going to be, you know, it's going to be weird. So from 6 a.m. till 10:30, we got stuff going on, and then Friday we've got a bunch of news coming out. So just keep your stops tight. It'll be okay. Did you get into anything? Did you sit back and watch? Were you trading? What were you guys doing? I got a little chunk. So one of the things I talked about the other day was that I'm really challenged by my bias, right? If I'm watching this over here, I'm like, okay, I want to get in, somewhere. I want to get in somewhere at the bottom of the pivot to try and catch that, that 5-to-1, that 6-to-1 trade. Granted, 3-to-1 trades are bread and butter, keeps the doors open, lights on, machine running. This purple line here is this 58.75. Oh, I'm a little low. I thought I had it earlier, 58.74. Yeah, right in there, somewhere in here. I use that as a marker. I'm not trading it. I'm just, price is going down, and it seems like it, where is the low? Because there's stops there, right? There's orders. But getting back to my thoughts for yesterday, I was watching price come down. So now I'm like, okay, things are selling. 7 o'clock's right here. And then I'm out right around here somewhere. Let's call it that. So that's my day. And so I had a nice day. I mean, I got my trades in. I'm here for the business side of it. I'm not here to, I I saw these posts of guys that are like, I lost all this money. I get it. I've lost money too. I don't know what, I think everyone's kind of adjusting to the sellers, which is fine. The quicker you adjust to it, the quicker you can, put your bias in the right direction. And so, hold on, I'm just pulling it up real quick. Oh, yeah. Where was that? 812. So I was getting into it, getting into something here. Let me pull into it. It's hard to get back in the mood. Price had come off at 7. Granted, I was over here, pre-market, but what is it going to continue? Is it going to fall? That's the thing. Can you figure that out? And that's where, like, just having this smaller, time frame, or not smaller time frame, but smaller, image, or whatever you want to call it. I'm not all the way out, right? I'm not all the way out here trying to trade, in here. I'm pretty tight. There's a word for it that's escaping me. But this is what's in front of me. 7 o'clock, we see the market drop right there, that big bar, price comes hauling down. So I'm marking it out, marking my swings, looking for the the um, the washes. And I'll admit, guys, downside's a little different when it comes to the setup. It's a little different. A lot of the characteristics are the same, but there's some that are a little different. You still have the impulse, and then if you look after this isn't very impulsive. You have some down, you know. Oh, and the other thing I was gonna tell you guys, this is the one you want to catch, right? Like when you're setting up a trade, like let's say this here. This isn't perfect, but it's kind of like in the vein of what I'm getting at. When I follow this, I'm not buying this here. I'm waiting for the pullback, and it starts to do its thing, and I'm drawn, of course, and say, okay, that's not really, it's pretty low, but it's okay, maybe that's it. And I'm not saying I caught this trade, but what I'm saying is that I want to catch the end I want to catch the impulse. I want to catch the thrust of the whole thing. So one of the things that I work on is to wait and to be patient and wait for this to happen. Because it helps me. It's tough because it helps me see or wait. It helps me be more patient with what I'm doing. And this isn't the setup, but this is what I'm getting at, right? You want to get this guy, so if this guy here is your wash, you want to get, this guy behind the wash. You want to get the guy that's going to run. Guys, this has been a weird space. I'm not going to lie. I've struggled with the last couple of days this year of trading. I got a nice trade in yesterday. Brought me back from the dead. See this here? Like, you want to get like one of these guys here, and this is a kind of similar to what we're looking at here. You guys notice I'm drawing the same all the time, right? Impulse leg stops, right? Didn't trade that one. Didn't trade that one. Price comes up, turns around, and and I'm not sitting here trying to figure out which part of this I'm catching. I do draw the lows sometimes. They'll come into play. See how that, but it's still too much information for me. Frame, that's what I was trying to get to. Frame, this is my frame. So as price is doing its thing here, I'm, now I'm back. Okay, it's pulling back down. I draw this up. And one of the things that I notice is that, I'm trying to get it to right to where it was at. Boom. So I'm sitting here looking at this, and I'm like, okay, here's where price starts to come down. It's not a very good impulse, but it's taking out some things. And we have a couple pullbacks, and I look at this, and I draw it up, and I say, okay, that's a a wash. And I'm being very just kind of cautiously optimistic about this stuff because I'm not, I'm looking at this, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, that was it. This isn't a very pretty wash. Got this big thing in here. I mean, that could be a wash, right? But then it's like, it's just weird. It's just not, I'm not really feeling it. So I had to, of course, I, draw the next one out. And I know this is the kill zone from this swing here. So I'm, okay, Sellers line up. Sellers hit it. It hasn't gone down. Hasn't gone down. And then it hits here, pulls back, and I enter somewhere in here. Enter somewhere in here. Nope, there. Okay. So my stop is up here. This is a little bit different. Up. My stop's like up in here. I reset the chart. This bar wasn't here. This is a chunk, or this bar is something missing here. But I was right about here. Not too deep, not too far, right? Trying to, hide behind this guy here, right? For just a piece down, and I can see that this is down here, it's got this drawn up. Okay, you guys with me? Price is coming down, right? So now I'm sitting here, I'm making money, right? A little heat, but I'm making money. Cool. Price comes back. Oh, geez. Okay, well, maybe, and I'm really trying not to move my stop. Just trying to hold tight. Oh, no. Out. That bar right there. Toast. Okay. Hurts a little bit. I've sized down, right? Because my bias has changed. I sized down to fit the, to kind of, I'm not loaded up like I was before. I've sized down. Manage money. I got to trade tomorrow. Can't. I'm not winning. Getting rich tomorrow, and not getting rich. Not getting poor. I'm trading every day, slowly, gradually, compounding. So price does this whole thing, and I'm trying to figure out where. Okay, price does this thing, and it's just jerking with you, right? This is just nonsense. This is just people buying the low, and then even down here is this thing, and I recognize I probably, but the thing is, guys, is that if I look at the one before, I'm like, well, there's, kind of this and that. You get this down here, pulled back there, right? And, I think, well, maybe that's just going to be a quick little shot. And it started to work. I actually think I came down here. Something like that. I didn't use my full stop. I didn't go to break even. I took a hit. It was small. And actually, I think I did go right behind that. Because this is kind of like my, big bar rips through you here. You just want to be a part of that. So price does this thing. So I said, okay, maybe it's maybe that's what it is now, right? And that's the shelf. Oh yeah, that's better. That diagnosis is better. And I wasn't really in the headspace to get on board with that. But that's a better trade. Big stop, better trade. Right? So now price leaves without me. And does this whole thing, right? I mean, come on. That's the frustration of the business. That's the frustration of the business. Right? I'm going the right way. Everything's lined up right. It's just funky. It's just funky. So I watch, and I had a little more time in front of the computer today than I do normally. My day wasn't as busy, so I took advantage of that. My trade's done. do some other work. And price is doing this thing. I'm just making a note of this whole thing here. I'm just making a note. And then as this thing comes down here, I see the shelf. I've got my wash. I'm here. Right, I'm here, right here. And now I'm like, okay, I've got everything in pulse. I've got shelf. I've got a wash. I've got my retest down here. Right. I got my retest down here. I'm ready to go. Orders in somewhere in here. Right. So I've planned this out. Right. I've planned this out. I want to be above this guy here. Oh, wait, here? I want to be above this guy here. I want to be somewhere in here, right? Just not on the backside of that guy. Look at this top here. Just grab this. All those orders are sitting there. Pop them out. Price comes down. I take some heat. Take some heat. Take some heat. Price is going. And we're off. This is the trade I want to catch. Right? The train that leaves the station. Right? Another impulse leg. Another impulse leg. It's probably too much. I cut it. Was right in here somewhere. I cut it right in here. These are weird. Oh, I know what I did. So this is what I did differently. I took this here and I said, I'm going to move it up. Because over here, everything's getting wiped out a little bit differently, right? A little bit differently. That little thing took that out. That little thing, went down, came back out. It was weird. So I changed it up a little bit and I made this adjustment. Yeah, that's how it went. And I was now able to get in on the top of it, which was beautiful. And I realized my shelf is all the way, it's kind of a weird shelf. That's my original drawing. But I just kind of felt that things were a little wobbly. So I made the adjustment and I had a nice trade here. And I caught a chunk of this swing. I caught a chunk because I was at the top. I got it all the way down into like here somewhere. I was right in here. So it may have been the first one. Somewhere in here I got out. Made my money back on the first trade, made my profit for the day, then I'm done. And then look what happens. Look what happens after that. Now I'm just like, oh, geez. Right? It's pulling back again. Right? And I note that there's a pullback here. Or the kill zone. Price pulls back into the kill zone and comes off again. And I've just kind of got this in the background. At this point, I'm not trading. I either turn it off or I just do something else. Right? I just do something else. And this one here doesn't hit. Right? This guy here doesn't come up all the way. And if you look at this, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is a nice clean wash. Right? See how the up, the down, it takes out these guys. This is a nice clean wash. Doesn't retest. Doesn't even, it just pulls down and it goes up more. So then you're kind of left with, what is this thing, and which is not as clean. But there's a for the candlestick guys, see that bar that I was looking at this the other day too on this chart. This guy's, I check out other guys' websites. I want to see what the masses are talking about out there, because there's guys that don't trade. They just talk about trading. They don't actually trade. There's guys that trade that are more technical like we do here. But that bar here, right? Someone's gonna say, well, that's obviously, that's a turning point here. Yeah, okay, well, there's one right here too, right? Look at all these guys, right? Look at all these guys. And it turned, but then it goes up. So if you're sitting there looking at a chart from something that says, well, if you look for this candle, blah blah blah, you have a nice sell bar here, 100 guys out of 100 and you say that's a sell. It is, right? You sell here, you're making money, but at the same time, you're getting smoked on the way back up. You're not catching the run. There's a lot of things people leave out on the table, right? We're here to trade. We're here to make money. We're here to, run our business. That's why I got out, man. I made money. I'm done. What are you going to do all day? This isn't investing for me. This isn't passive income. I struggle with this. I struggle with that. Why is that? And so it's weird. You just have to, yeah, it's crazy. Anyhow, price comes off, does its thing. Here's 11 o'clock and, starts to flow a little more. Your impulse leg here, right? Top here, nothing. Now there's going to be guys that say, hey, just, you see a big hard down. Like you see this guy here, right? Put your sell order there. Just write it down. It's easy to say that now. What they don't tell you is that they're sweating it. Maybe they pulled their order. I don't know. It's just a weird time. We're transitioning into a new government, and some people say better, some say worse. I don't know. Gulf of America, I heard that. So it sounds like we're taking over Mexico, and then somebody said we're taking over Canada. Just crazy times, man. Just crazy times. And then I got my stuff here, right? So I know this is the kill zone from the big swing, and that's the bottom of the big swing. So I got business in here, right? And I'm just gonna, just, where's it gonna land? I got resistance, support, all of it. So what I do is I just try to draw up as much as I can see. My bias is going down, so if I get into anything, I'm going down with it. Otherwise, that's another good thing. If your stop gets hit, right? If your stop gets hit and your stop's like right at the top of one of these, something's changed. You're looking for change in behavior, right? You're detectives. We're sitting here trying to figure out what price is doing. We don't have the book. We're just sitting here reading price. We're the first ones off the ship, guys. Who's the first ones off the ship? Captain? Passengers? I say the rats. Rats know where to go. I wouldn't be opposed to putting an order right here, right? Top of this pullback. 5:30. We got an hour. We got time. Did we say something's coming out today? Something coming out at 5:30? Wednesday. 5:15. Yeah, there's something coming. Something's coming here in a few minutes. In a couple minutes. These bars are getting a little weird. See it? Look at the activity picking up. The volume is picking up. I see this though. And it just, oh, good. Yes. Go up there, right? There's your trade, guys. That's all you need for a day, right? I'm not doing trade after trade after trade. That's not my style. I'm here for the long haul, and just trying to be as consistent as I can. I don't know. Just keep reading the chart though, man. Show up every day. Try and learn something new. You know what I learned something about? I learned yesterday. Wait. on. What did I do? Where's my trade? I can't even see it now. Comes down. See, look at that. It's already gone. I've already forgotten about it. Right? I've already forgotten about it. Sometimes I do this, and I'm almost done. You guys can go do something else. This is where the creativity comes into play, right? Draw from the base. See this top here? Draw from the base of that. Draw from the base of that. This isn't scientific. This isn't. Why that one? Because it's the last one. I don't know. Last one. Right? Base is right down here. This is clay to me, guys. This is all play. This is like I'm just discovering, what makes things happen, what makes things move, like why does that work? I'm not trading it, but I'm looking at it. So why does it work? It's the same concept, right? It's a wash. Yeah, you have to wash, and then you don't have the deep retest, but you have a pullback into another wash. You just have to figure out what wash it's going to be, and then you just stop. If you're going to say I'm going to be here, stops above here somewhere. That's a trade. Guys, there are no rules. There are no hard, fast rules. Anybody says this is going to happen is full of it. They don't know. Nobody knows. There's like maybe a handful of guys that know. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Just beautiful. Overnight, just takes pow. Something happened, right? Here's business. Guys lost, they have to reposition. They take off. I mean, that's the constant is people constantly changing stuff. I don't know. No, I'm just talking Jeff. All right, guys. I'll be posting updates throughout the morning, and be careful out there. Use your stop. Take time to figure out what it is you're looking for, what you're after, and how you're getting in, how you're getting out. All right, talk later.